Hello and welcome to another episode of MMOFTW here on MMORPG.com. I'm your host, Bill Murphy, and this is the week that was in MMO news. Now, there's quite a lot that happened this week, but we're going to touch on the top 5 biggest stories, I think, from the week that passed here on Valentine's Day. So let's start off with some great news for Activision-Blizzard and their financial report. Needless to say, this is the last time that we're going to hear about, well, the last report was the last time we're going to hear about World of Warcraft subscribers. But what we did see, aside from the fact that Hearthstone is still kicking butt, that Heroes of the Storm is doing okay, that World of Warcraft is still expecting to launch Legion this summer, we did find out that the other half of the Activision-Blizzard combination is planning on launching Destiny 2 in 2017 with a large new expansion for Destiny 1 in 2016. We don't have many more details than that, especially, of course, the eagerly anticipated fact that it's going to be on PC. I say fact because if they honestly don't put it on PC this time, there probably will be bloodshed and riots in the street. I know for my own personal sake, I would play a lot more Destiny if it was on my PC, so let's hope that they ditch the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3, which I think is a given, and that when we learn more about Destiny 2, we find out that it's actually going to be on the PC and have a nice big open world and all that other cool stuff. I wouldn't be too surprised if that's not the case, but, we can hope. And moving on to some more financial news, NCSoft profits are up with Guild Wars 2 sales soaring in the final quarter of the year. They show that there was a significant surge tied to the release of the Heart of Thorns expansion. And of course, Lineage, Lineage 2, Ion, Blade and Soul, and Wildstar all experienced growth from quarter 3 2015 to quarter 4 2015. You can check out the graph over on MMORPG.com, or you can head over to the forum thread that was started by one of our users discussing the move. It'll be interesting to see how Wildstar does when it hits Steam sometime probably in March of 2016. If their sales for quarter 1 of 2016 are vastly improved, I think we can probably say that Wildstar might be safe for a while longer. If instead their sales are not more improved with the launch of Steam, which I guess it would be quarter 2 is when we'll see the results of that, then I think we could probably start to paint a picture that Wildstar might find its way towards the closure bin. We'll just have to wait and see, though, because, as a fan of the game myself, I am the one who reviewed it after all. I'm really hoping it sticks around for a while. And in some Pantheon Rise of the Fallen news, we don't have any video for you because we are still a whiles away from seeing some demos of the game. The first newsletter was published at the official site, which begins the process of introducing fans to the classes that will be coming with the game. Brad McQuaid begins the discussion by outlining the design objectives behind classes in general, and then he provides a first look at the Cleric. Overall, classes in Pantheon will be iconic and traditional simultaneously, alongside new and interesting ways to play them. Key is the interdependence of all the game's classes, each one with its own role to fulfill. Classes will work cooperatively to create synergistic spells that can change environments or that are dependent on certain environmental features, such as, for example, a lightning storm. As expected, the Cleric is a focused healer that wears plate armor and utilizes blunt weapons. Clerics are diverse in healing and are adept at target group raid-wide through direct heal over time and heal-on-hit abilities. You can learn more about the class and Brad McQuaid and Pantheon Rise of the Fallen all over at the Rise of the Fallen website. And in some good news for people who like things that are still coming out but aren't quite out, The Division and Black Desert have their beta periods coming up next weekend from the 18th through February 21st. The Division's open beta, it'll actually be an open beta. You don't have to, get lucky and get a key for a closed beta or anything like that. It'll be on the PC, the Xbox One, and the PS4. You'll be able to hop in for a few days and give it a shot. It's basically just, a marketing stunt to see if it's the kind of game you want to buy when it launches on March 8th. Meanwhile, Black Desert Online is having its second and probably final closed beta weekend before it launches in the beginning of March. I think March 4th is the launch date, with the early start for folks who pre-order. We've been giving away keys on MMORPG.com, and we have a couple thousand more to give away still before the beta weekend starts, so keep your eyes peeled to the website. And last but not least, some good news for fans of Star Wars The Old Republic. The Anarchy in Paradise patch has been released, bringing us up to the chapter 10 of the Star Wars Knights of the Fallen Empire story. There's a brand new alliance alert called Arma Rasa. There's another new alliance alert called Little Boss, where you help Blizz and his crew defeat a rival gang to bring him into your alliance. And there's a big crafting update, which focuses on streamlining the crew skills. With the 4.1, they're continuing this effort. There's going to be higher skill, new materials, schematics, missions, and more. You can read all the patch notes over at the Star Wars The Old Republic website and see what awaits you. That'll do it for this week, folks. There's a bunch of other smaller things, like the fact that Blade & Soul has now hit 2 million users and had a big new update. EVE Online began allowing players to trade skills for real money in the game. The ESO Thieves Guild skill lines were revealed. Conan Exiles, the survival Conan game, had its first developer diary. World of Warcraft raised $1.7 million for the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Overwatch detailed its new progression system and brought beta back. And Star Citizen kind of came out of the woodwork and said, here's why we're splitting the packages between the Rogue Squadron, or Rogue 42, or whatever, the Squadron 42, I don't even know, and the MMO version of the game. And of course, there was a Wildstar state of the game from the new head of the game, the new game director, Chad Moore. You can read all about this stuff over on MMORPG.com. I put all the links down there for you in the description of the video. Hope you guys have had a fantastic weekend. Enjoy your President's Day if you're living in the States and you get the day off like I do. And we'll see you next week. Remember, don't let a bad pug get you down.
Make sure to level up your MMO knowledge by visiting MMORPG.com, subscribing to our YouTube channel, and by following us on social media. To catch up on the week's biggest MMO news, watch our latest MMOFTW. And to see if there's a better MMO out there for you, watch one of our latest First Impressions videos. Thanks for watching.